it's extremely expensive. In French we have a saying, ça coûte la peau du cul, which basically means it will cost you the skin from your own ass. 2 IUs per day is 15 euros. 15 euros, that's almost my food budget. What's up folks, it's Uranus, we're still in Brussels. Welcome back to another video. So I hope you guys all had a great summer full of sea, sex and sun as it should be. In today's video I will talk about MK677 or Ibutamoren. I will talk about the pros, the cons and why I experienced with Ibutamoren many times in the past. Now before I start the video, none of this is medical advice. I'm not a doctor, I'm just a simple dude from Brussels living with a broken pituitary gland and sharing his own experience. Alright, c'est parti. So first off, MK677 is really very often being sold as a SARM, a selective androgen receptor modulator, but it is not. It does nothing on the androgen receptor, but it's a very common misconception. MK677 is not a SARM, it's a growth hormone secretagogue, what basically means it is going to make your own pituitary gland produce more growth hormone, but it is very often being mislabeled as a SARM. Basically, it's mimicking the hunger hormone ghrelin in your body, and by doing that, your hypothalamus is releasing more GHRH, growth hormone releasing hormone, and in reaction your pituitary gland is producing more growth hormone or more GH. Then your liver can convert a part of that into IGF-1 or insulin-like growth factor. The bottom line is MK677 is making your own pituitary gland producing more growth hormone, and it doesn't shut down your HPTA also, so your nuts keep on working, unlike with SARMs. I experimented with MK677 or Ibutamoren because for years I was being prescribed growth hormone replacement therapy by my doctor. At the beginning of my HRT hormone replacement therapy journey, I tested low on a couple of growth hormone and IGF-1 tests. Especially at the beginning I had a 24-hour urine test, GH came back very low and my IGF levels were low too. My doctor put me on Omnitrope or growth hormone. Now, to be completely transparent, in the place I was going to at that time, they basically prescribed GH to every single patient going there because they were mostly doing anti-aging. The thing is, it's extremely expensive. In French we have a saying, ça coûte la peau du cul, which basically means it will cost you the skin from your own ass. 2 IUs per day is 15 euros. 15 euros, that's almost my food budget, my daily food budget. So I cut that down in half. 1 IU of doctor's prescribed growth hormone per day, and that was still 7.5 euros, which is still bloody expensive if you take it every single fucking day. So I did some research and I found a compound called MK677, and it would cost about 50 euros for 30 milliliters with a concentration of 25 milligrams per milliliter. It is taken orally in liquid form or sometimes in pill form also, and dosages range from like 10 milligrams per day to the maximum of 25 milligrams per day. And I calculated it would be much cheaper than taking the growth hormone I was being prescribed by my doctor. So what I would do is take MK677 on certain days, and then on the other days I would take the growth hormone prescribed by my doctor, 1 IU per day. This way my receptors in my brain, in my pituitary gland and my hypothalamus would get a break too. So some days MK677, some days real growth hormone, and then some days nothing. Now the pros and cons of MK677. Well, first of all, MK677 is going to make you produce more growth hormone, so you have all the benefits of having higher growth hormone concentrates in your body. It can help you build more muscle mass, although you will have to take it for months, and these muscle building effects of growth hormone are, in my opinion, greatly overhyped and over exaggerated. It can help you lose fat, it can help you recover from workouts, it can help for your skin, your nails and your hair quality, and it also makes you sleep deeper. When I take it before going to bed, I definitely notice an improvement in my sleep. Not necessarily in the good ways, because it's always giving me nightmares and shit, but still, you're sleeping deeper. According to my Apple Watch, my nights are better when I'm taking MK677. Last of all, it also doesn't need to be refrigerated, because with Omnitrope or other brands of growth hormone, you always have to have a fridge near you, and MK677, when you're traveling or going somewhere, you can just take it with you. It doesn't need to be refrigerated. I have to say, in my opinion, MK677 is much stronger than real growth hormone. I've been on replacement therapy dosages of 2 IUs of real GH per day, and then I've been on 25 milligrams of MK677 every day, and I can tell you MK is much stronger than the actual real growth hormone, which brings me to the cons. How do I know it's stronger than 2 IUs of real GH? Well, I used to wake up at night with numbness and tingling sensations in my hands, and I had never had that before with real growth hormone. It only happened with MK, and those are typical signs of carpal syndrome and high growth hormone. And as I said, I never experienced this with GH, with 1 IU or 2 IUs. I only had that with MK677 and at higher dosages of 25 milligrams per day. So it is much stronger in my opinion. Secondly, the second negative point, it increases your appetite, since it mimics the hormone, the hunger hormone in your body, ghrelin. Well, it will make you hungry like a motherfucker. Like, I would eat my breakfast before going to work, and by the time I drove my car and I arrived at work, I was already hungry when I arrived there. I woke up every day with an outrageously big hunger, and my girlfriend tells me I can get quite moody when I'm hungry, so it can be a problem. Eating 3,500 calories every single day and still being hungry all the time, well, it's a problem. Also, when you're cutting, you shouldn't take MK677, because it's going to increase your hunger, and it's not going to be a nice thing. So it can be a problem, especially if mentally up there you cannot control your hunger. I can't be hungry. It's not a problem at all for myself, my body. I can't be hungry. I'm just an asshole when I'm hungry, to be honest. So be aware of that. Next point, water retention. MK677 in a couple of days can make you hold on to a lot more water than you would like. So all those muscle building effects are being overshadowed because you're carrying 2 or 3 kilograms more of water on your body, and probably fat too from all the overeating that you've done because of the ghrelin hormone. So a lot of hunger and a lot of water. Next point, lethargy and fatigue. This thing can make you feel like you're coming home from Tomorrowland, from a weekend-long Tomorrowland, and you were high on ecstasy for the entire weekend, and it's the morning after, so you can feel tired as hell. Supposedly the solution is to take it before going to bed, so you have a good night's sleep and you wake up refreshed. Except every morning when I woke up after taking that shit, especially at 25 milligrams, I would wake up at like 7 and still had the feeling it was the middle of the night. Really, the fatigue and the lethargy should not be underestimated, because this thing can hit you quite hard. So you're tired, hungry and bloated. Great. Now, the most dangerous side effect is coming right now, and for me it is definitely the insulin sensitivity. It is seriously dangerous because you are affecting how your body is handling carbohydrates and how it is releasing insulin. This thing can decrease your sensitivity, your body's response to insulin. Now, combined with the hunger and the lethargy, you can fuck up your blood sugar level, and basically you can make yourself diabetic. If you're already pre-diabetic, you can definitely make yourself diabetic by taking this product, because you're gonna fuck up your blood sugar and your insulin sensitivity, and it's not a fun thing. So the cons are definitely there. My advice to you would be to not take MK677, but if you're gonna take it anyway, in my opinion, you shouldn't take the typical dosage of 25 milligrams per day, because it's very strong. Start with 10 or 12 and a half. It's a very potent product. Also, don't use it every single day. Give your receptors a break. Only use it, for example, on workout days, or every other day. If you're pre-diabetic or you're diabetic, stay the hell away from it, because you're gonna fuck up your insulin sensitivity even more, and you don't wanna mess with your blood sugar. The fun fact is, years later, I still can't afford real growth hormone, especially since I moved in with my girlfriend a couple of years ago. I completely stopped any form of growth hormone. I told my doctor I cannot afford it anymore, because 7.5 euros per day or 15 euros per day was just too much. The product is just too expensive, but from time to time I will still treat myself to a bit of MK677, usually 10 milligrams or 12.5 milligrams, and it is strong enough for me. And I have the most weird dreams on that shit when I take it. I have lucid dreamings. Lucid dreams. It's always been a thing with me. At night I have lucid dreams, but when I take MK677 it is even more intense. So yes, last but not least, MK677 works at increasing your own production of growth hormone, and thus it will increase your IGF-1 levels too. But please don't expect miracles, because the effects of growth hormone are greatly over-exaggerated. It's great for anti-aging, but for muscle building or for fat loss, it's completely overestimated, over-exaggerated in my opinion. Also, the product is still being researched. So with all research chemicals, don't be an idiot. Here in Belgium, I can legally buy it, but I'm not supposed to use it. Alright, ending it here. I hope this video was useful for you guys. Please let me know if you have any experience with MK677 or growth hormone, kindly due to YouTube things. Leave me a nice comment or a not nice comment. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Uranus out. See, that's the thing, guys. I'm always getting so nervous about scripting this shit, and the lights and the girlfriend and the computers and stuff. I mean, look at me. I'm sweating like a church right here.